Here is how I rebrand my design studio in 8 weeks. Honestly, being the client of your own studio might feel the hardest design project of all. I'm trying to communicate who am I, what I believe in, and why people should care about my design services. Week 1 started with a discovery. I treated myself like a real client and asked what services am I actually offering, who am I trying to serve, and what makes this studio different. I knew I wanted Chlora's design studio to feel emotional, refined, artistic, and culturally rooted. But I also want to communicate the business impact of my design services. So in week 3, I moved into strategy. I built out brand foundation, positioning, the mission, vision, brand personality, buyer's persona, and the overall story behind the studio. One thing I kept coming back to was the overlap between these three things: the services I offer, the audience I want to serve, and the kind of emotional connection I want the work to create. By the week 5, I started developing the logo direction. I used a one concept method instead of presenting multiple random ideas because I wanted the design system to feel intentional from the very beginning. The final logo was inspired by the sampaguita flower, the national flower of the Philippines, and traditionally used in church offerings to symbolize purity, care, and reverence. That name, Flores, comes from my own name, and the word flores, which means flowers, because it is a reflection of the floral forms, delicate details, and storytelling elements that shape my work. Week 7, I focused on refinement. I refined the visuals, strategy, and created the full design system. By the last week, all the deliverables are now prepared, including logo files, branding guideline, typography, colors, and everything in between. It's about creating clarity, emotion, and recognition across every touch point. This is the version of Chlora's Design Studio that finally feels aligned with the kind of work I really want to create more of. And that is how I created branding for Chlora's Design Studio in 8 weeks.